Hello everybody, it is Sam from ST Media and I'm down at the generator recording this update video for you all, and I just want to say a massive thank you to those that have come and joined me on my new adventure. I want to say a massive thank you to the generator for providing such good facilities, even providing this camera, what I'm filming off, the microphone what I've got attached to me, and this wonderful soundproof booth. Now, in this soundproof booth you can podcast if you are looking at getting into podcasting. So the quality of this booth is, you'll hear in the video, there's no echoing, there's no noise, there's nothing. Like, I know you might be thinking, well, it's soundproof, no shit, there's no noise, but trust me, noise in audio, you would not believe at how noisy and how distracting things can get. Like, for example, if you left that door open, this video would echo now. So you'd hear people having business phone calls in the background, work-related phone calls, anything like that, it would pick up on. Now, what I do want to say is, the generator, I'm going to give you a bit of a background about them. So I've been coming here for now, I'd say roughly about a year, or maybe a bit longer. And why do I come to a generator? A few reasons. One, it's a safe space. I get out the house, I come down here, I do what I need to do for my business. And I also speak to people who are business related or even making friends here as well. You know, I've come across so many good people here. That's one reason. The other reason, the staff are friendly. The staff are so supportive of what you do. You might be thinking about setting up your own business. I don't know what to do. I don't know what my business is. I don't know what I'm going to sell or what services I'm going to provide. That's fine. You can come to a generator and just get some advice. Free of charge. They'll help you. They'll sit down with you and go through all your options, what you've got available. Also as well, while you're here, you can grab a brew, a tea, a coffee, a hot chocolate. You might need a bit of a snack because you're feeling peckish. Again, it's all here. And water as well. It keeps you hydrated and it keeps everything ticking over nicely. You might be thinking, do they provide toilets? Of course they do. And another thing what the generator provides as well as toilets, disabled access. So if you are disabled, in terms of you are wheelchair bound and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I need somewhere to come that is wheelchair friendly, this is your place. And it's also disabled friendly for those people that do have disabilities but they're not visible, because as the saying goes, not every disability is visible, and everyone should be able to come to a space where they feel safe and where they can come, relax, but also work hard as well. Now, there might also be people that work from home. I want to change the scenery because you're fed up of seeing the same four walls. The generator is a brilliant place to come and to get out the house. While you have a break or your lunch, you can interact with people, you can speak to people and see what they offer and see what you can offer them. It might be a business-to-business agreement. It might even be a friendship. You don't know until you come down here and use this fantastic space. So, why am I going into my new venture? Well, as some of you know, I used to do a podcast through Fan Podcast. Some of you might not know that. So, that all plays in part of my background as to this new journey and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, I've got 12 to 15 months worth of interviewing experience, podcasting experience, and editing experience. So I used to do a podcast with an old business partner. It was a 50-50 arrangement. He would edit the video side of things, I'd edit the audio side, and we ran social media together. So I do the Facebook and the Instagram, and he would do the TikTok and YouTube. And believe me, that 50-50 split was really good. The reason why I left is because I felt the 50-50 split shifted to an 80-20, and the 80 was coming from myself. And I spoke to quite a few people about my concerns, the business partner included, and it was just mutually beneficial for both of us to go our separate ways. So we have done. He's gone his separate ways and I've gone mine. He's doing a new podcast, I'm doing a new podcast, and I wish him nothing but the best of luck. So yeah, so there is that aspect of things, and I know that people are going to be thinking, oh well, what can you do? So what I can do is, I do podcasting, I also do video editing, audio editing, and I do match highlights for FC United. So I can do photography professionally because I've been doing it for 13 years, going into my 14th year this year. I can amateur videography and edit the videos well. I can do social media because I'm qualified in project management, digital marketing, social media marketing, and SEO optimization. I'll get into a little bit about that further down the line. So I can interview people for podcasting, and I have done. I've interviewed the wonderful Bo, She came down to this very fine studio and we had a good interview, we had a good chat. Now, with an interview, especially for females, you'll be thinking, why should I go on a podcast that is done via a male? Will he hit on me? Will he try anything inappropriate? The answer to that is no to both. This podcast is professional and it is designed for professional purposes of you coming down here speaking about either yourself and your life experiences, or if you're thinking of starting a business or wanting to, saying what kind of business you might do, and if you are running a business, explaining your business and what services and products you have to offer. Now, what I believe with females is, and some males have anxiety as well, but it's predominantly in females because I know there's creeps out there. Now, you will come down here, we don't get in the interview straight away, we'll sit and have a brew, we'll have a chat, and I'll wait till you feel comfortable to come and to be here. Now, if you didn't want to be recorded, that is fine. In terms of video-wise, audio, unfortunately, is mandatory because obviously we're doing an episode for my podcast and, it's to put you out there. Now, obviously, like I say, I am looking for more people to come on my podcast, to come down, but speaking of that, I do have someone that wants to come on my podcast. I've just got to get all the details ironed out and confirmed, and then he will be coming down here to do an interview with me. Now, going into my social media stuff, I did a course for 4 weeks. I'm able to take your social media to the level of not only being a business, but also giving your customers that personal touch. Now, I'd be thinking, I can do that myself. You probably can. But how many of you are making the mistake of not wording it and being able to sell yourself? And how many people overuse hashtags? I see a lot of people doing it. I go through people's social media pages when they advertise in community groups that I'm in, and I just send them a message. Now, 9 times out of 10, people probably think, oh, he's just another scammer. I'm absolutely not. So I did a new business for a client in November last year. So Ophelia Rose, she's a tattoo artist, and she used to have a page called Ophelia Rose Tattoo Artist. This page grew to 666 followers. Now, the only thing is, it couldn't grow anymore because of the settings and the way the page had been set up. Ophelia didn't set this page up. Somebody else who set it up for her didn't know what they were doing. And this has cost her in terms of potential clients, potential new target audience, potential followers. These are little steps that are important for you to take so your business can grow. You might not think it, but believe me, all the small steps add up to the long walk. Now, I went through all the settings, tried reversing the damage. I was unable to do so. Now, we decided, right, okay, let's start a new page. Ophelia, unfortunately, had an accident, so she had to give up tattooing for a little bit. She wanted to pursue her art journey. Now, I decided, right, okay, let's try and build a target audience based on that. She agreed. I also decided to take her old clients, what she had from her tattooing, to come over to the new page so she can continue the tattooing as well, because obviously you don't want to throw your eggs all into one basket until you've not only built a target audience, but you've built a clientele and a client base. Now, I don't have a clue about art, but let me tell you, in 5 weeks, that page got between 940 and 945 followers through Ophelia's hard work and my hard work. And what I did was I trimmed a lot of the content down. Instead of just throwing things on every single day of the week that didn't get attention. Some things get lost because of the algorithms of Facebook and Instagram, and even YouTube, it can get lost. Now, I condensed the content down and posted 4 times a week on a Facebook page. I've also recently edited a reel for her and done another post. So myself and Ophelia parted ways in terms of me running her social media just before Christmas because she wanted to do it herself. Now, as I always say, whatever you need me to do for your business on social media, I am more than happy to do so. If it's simply just coming in and cleaning your page up and sorting your settings out, I will do that. If it's simply setting up a new page and then you want to run it yourself, that is more than okay. If it's to get you off the ground with followers and to build a target audience, that is fine. Now, let me give you an example. I know nothing about art. I went to Amsterdam a couple of months ago and I found an art shop, took some photos, sent it to Ophelia, and she was like, yep, that's what I aspire to be, that's what I want to do. And imagine, for example, someone who's a gardener. Now, this would be funny if you were, because I've got hay fever. Say they're a gardener and they're thinking of launching their own business, trying to sell plants, or they're after more clients, but they don't have the time to do so and to put in the graft, to put things on social media, to draw people in. That's where I come in, because again, I'm qualified in digital marketing. I'm also qualified in social media marketing. So I will sit down and happily discuss an advertising campaign for you. We'll throw some ideas together and I'll tell you what I think. And I'll tell you also what I know based on my social media experience. So that's a little bit about the services, what I can offer. Now, FC United of Manchester, what can I say about that football club? Well, let me tell you. They have given me a platform to carry on doing my match highlights. I'm building followers from FC United of Manchester on my social media, and obviously just in general other people as well. I'm going to be carrying on doing FC United's match highlights. Now, what I will say is I've managed to keep sponsors from the old podcast who have joined me on this new journey. I will say a massive thank you to each and every one of you. And I am on the lookout for new sponsors as well, because obviously the more money I can generate, the better the content, the more I can bring you. Now, as good as the generator is, obviously, unfortunately, I can't take this camera with me. I can't take these mics with me to FC United. That would be the dream, to have that. But obviously, because, you know, it's all funded by the council, so it's their equipment, they can't just agree to let it out to anybody. So obviously, I am going to be writing down an equipment list of what I'm going to be getting, and I'll put a costing totals together. Now, a lot of it will come out of my own pocket, obviously, but I'm still after people to sponsor me, whether you're a startup, whether you're established. Please don't hesitate to contact me. I will put my contact details in the description of the video. I will put links to my pages in there as well. I am on Facebook, I'm on Instagram. So Facebook, it's capital ST, then space, capital M for media, ST Media. On Instagram, it's all lowercase, ST Media 2024, all as one. I will put my email address in the description as well. I will put my contact number in the description as well, but it's my business contact number, not my personal, because obviously I'm available by WhatsApp on there, and I'm not having prank calls because it's stupid. And if you're a prank caller, believe me, you're not wasting my time. I'll give you shit back. I just want to say a massive thank you to those who have subscribed to me on YouTube, those that have followed me on Facebook and Instagram. It doesn't go unnoticed. I want to say a massive thank you to the generator. Oh, one more thing on the generator. They do networking events as well. They do business classes. So if you're ever needing anything, please come down, find out. Business classes, free of charge as well. And yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to the generator for providing such a quality space to come and sit in and to do what I need to do. Same with everyone else. As an example, actually, on Monday, I got speaking to a guy while I was having issues with my match highlights, which is funny. So I was speaking to a guy, the highlights are done now, but I was speaking to a guy and we've networked, and that's just through being here, and we get on well. We took each other's Instagrams, followed each other on their business, of course, and I found someone who I've connected with, and I look forward to seeing him when I come down here. He's just said to me before I started doing this video, oh, it's great to see you, it's nice to have a friendly face to come and see. And this is the thing, when you're working from home or you're in a job where, say, you've got to go in the office once or twice a week and then you can work from anywhere, why not come and work here? It's a good space to use. Again, this booth is soundproof. You've got podcasting equipment. You've also got other soundproof booths for if you need to take business phone calls, FaceTimes, you know, anything like that. They really can accommodate you. Once you're here and you're set up, you get the Wi-Fi, you get your own Wi-Fi username and password, you get everything. And you know what? It really is a good space. So again, a massive thank you to the generator. Oh, one more thing on the podcast, what I'm going to be doing. Now, there is a chance the name might change, because what I want to do, I do want to interview business people. I want to interview regular people as well. I want to interview footballers, football managers, and I do want to do musicians as well. But I won't lie, I don't really have a passion for music in terms of, it's not going to be like how I did fan podcasts where I'm going to play your song and rate it, because I don't want to do that. Like, I want to do my own thing and put my own spin on it. And yeah, so again, please get in touch if you want to come down, if you want to appear on my podcast. Really appreciate it. It's free. Like, I'm not going to charge you for coming down. But one thing I will say is, if I feel like you're a time waster, I will ask you for a deposit. You'll get that deposit back in the same day. The deposit is £10 because, let's be honest, if you're not a time waster, you'll happily send a tenner and then I'll send it back to you. If you are a time waster, you're just going to tell me to fuck off and not bother, which is fine. But I have a good sense of people anyway, so I can pretty much tell if you are a time waster or not. So yeah, that is it. The format of the podcast is changing. The intro is now the outro and vice versa, because I sat down, went, that's too long for the intro, it'd be better as an outro. A few people had agreed with me and I was like, yep, sweet, changed it. I'm always learning as well as you people are. Trust me, you're never too old to learn. And on that note, I want to say a massive thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to me, and please share my stuff about. Also follow me on social media as well, because it really helps my brand grow. And take care everyone, and I will see you all soon.